So if you want to get rid of belly fat and keep it off forever, on today's video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you probably haven't heard before, things that may not be common knowledge when it comes to losing belly fat, especially the last tip. So without further ado, let's jump into keeping belly fat off forever. What's up guys, Josiah Novak, TrueTransformation.com. I help guys 30 to 65 get ripped, boost testosterone, and ultimately use fitness to improve all parts of life. And on today's video, I'm sharing with you 5 things nobody's probably told you about losing belly fat, that stubborn, annoying, want to rip your hair out belly fat that just doesn't seem to go away. Without further ado, let's jump into the first thing you probably haven't heard about losing belly fat. So one area that you can use to improve how your belly feels in general, so there's a lot of bloat, you just feel kind of like, man, it's like a thick layer of belly fat. It could be some water retention. Now, don't get it twisted. You're probably carrying more body fat than you want, and you're gonna have to lose that if you wanna see abdominal definition. But an instant fix, if there is one, is to start drinking more water. Most people don't drink enough water. They think they do, but when we really start measuring it and being aware of it, we realize we're way under where we need to be water intake wise. So my suggestion, a general rule of thumb, is to drink about 3 to 4 liters of water per day. Yes, that is like the old school bodybuilder, carry a jug of water around. We're not bodybuilders, I get it. We just wanna look good, feel good, perform well. But drinking enough water is gonna help the body release a lot of that stored water. You'll notice after, let's call it 3 or 4 days of drinking proper amounts of water, you'll start to wake up in the morning with your belly feeling a lot more flat. This isn't targeting belly fat or anything like that. It's just the digestion tract, the whole area of the belly and the midsection, the waist start to just feel tighter when you're carrying less water. And of course, other parts of the body are gonna look more defined if you're drinking enough water. So start to drink 3 to 4 liters of water per day, and you ultimately start to see that bloat go away. That's about the close to an instant fix as possible. Let's jump into the second thing no one's probably told you about losing belly fat. So I know a lot of people neglect core training. They think either it's a waste of time, you're not gonna be able to spot reduce belly fat, which is true. You're not gonna be able to spot reduce the belly fat, but we don't wanna neglect training our ab muscles. We wanna grow those ab muscles just like we would the shoulders or the arms or the back or the legs. If we neglect it and we think, oh, our core is getting a lot of work because we're doing squats or deadlifts, I would tell you right now, you're probably missing out on some potential development of the ab wall where you'll start to see definition a little faster if your abs are a little thicker. Most people neglect ab training altogether. So my suggestion is just to start with 1 to 2 days of focused abdominal training where you're training your obliques, your upper, lower abs, all the things that go into making a nice aesthetic and defined midsection. That will help you see your abs sooner as you lose belly fat because the abs will be pushing out a little bit more against the skin, and you'll notice that they start to look more defined as you get leaner. So don't neglect your core training. Not to mention, it's a little bit motivating, right? If you start to train your core more frequently and you can start to actually notice the belly shrinking and the fat going away. So it'll just add to your mindset and help you stay on track as you lose the fat. So the last tip I'm gonna share with you guys is a big one. Do not go away and skip the rest of this video. The last one's huge. And if you really wanna know what it's really gonna take to lose that belly fat forever, stay tuned to the end of the video. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Let me know that you're enjoying this is helpful, and we'll move into the third tip. Okay, tip number 3, track your calories and protein. People are gonna tell you to eat clean, go keto, cut your carbs, don't eat sugar, and all of that can, I'm sure, help in some sort of way, but it's really gonna come down to the nitty gritty. You're gonna have to get real about how much you're eating. Like if you wanna be an adult, like you probably track your money, right? You track all the investments you're taking on, your crypto or whatever you're putting money into. You look at that, right? Probably all the time. You look at your investment account, you look at your businesses, you look at your employees or whatever. You look at money in, money out. Why not just track how much you're eating? It's gonna take you a couple minutes a day. In fact, I made a whole video on how to track your calories. You can check it out right here. This makes it super easy for you, all right? It doesn't take a lot of time. This is gonna help you get results faster. My challenge to you is this, just track your calories and protein for 30 days. Just 30 days before you quit, all right? 30 days, let me know, come back to this video or send me an email, let me know what the results are because I guarantee they're gonna be positive. You're gonna see a noticeable change in your physique. And not to mention, you're gonna feel so much better about the food you're eating. Like you're totally gonna go, wow, this is amazing. This makes sense. And life's gonna be good because you're gonna be able to eat more foods that you enjoy, Once again, we gotta remember, we're trying to do this forever, right? We're not trying to follow a crazy diet for a couple of weeks, lose a few pounds, and then go right back to what we were doing before. We're trying to make this a forever thing. So why not just stick to tracking for a good chunk of time in order for you to get comfortable knowing how much calories and how much protein is in the food you enjoy. Do it for 30 days. I promise you it'll make a world of a difference. Leading into my next tip, tip number 4, if you want to reduce belly fat and keep it off forever, I suggest sticking to whole foods, healthy, non-processed, or at least low processed foods. Because in all honesty, the more processed the food gets, the more your body's gonna get inflamed from eating it. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy the occasional Snickers bar or the pizza or the donuts and still lose fat. You totally can. But I've noticed in clients and myself that you're gonna notice a lot less water retention and less bloat the more clean your diet is, all right? I know I hate that word too. Clean eating, what does it mean? I don't know. It just means, in my book, eating foods that are as natural or as close to natural as possible. So lean meats, lean fish, eggs, rice, veggies, fruits, potatoes, what am I missing? I don't know, but either way, you get it, right? It's gotta be a healthy food. The good news is you can make it taste great. Doesn't have to be boring. Doesn't have to suck. Doesn't have to be like you're chewing on cardboard. I have tons of tips. You can go check out all the fat loss videos I have on my playlist, but I have tons of tips on how to make your diet enjoyable. So go check that out. But in the meantime, stick to whole foods as much as you possibly can. All right, guys, you ready for the last tip? This one's big. Extra belly fat can be dangerous. Most people don't tell you this, right? They're just like, yeah, whatever, belly fat, you wanna have six pack. It can actually endanger your health long-term. I know as a father, I have 2 boys. They're young, right? They're gonna grow up quick. I wanna be around for a long time. I wanna see them have kids and maybe even their kids have kids. Like, how insane would that be to be a great grandfather? Like, I think about that stuff, right? Obviously, I live in the present moment. Life's not guaranteed, tomorrow's not guaranteed, but I don't want belly fat being the reason why my heart goes out, or I have a stroke, or I have disease, or whatever. And all of those things, those nasty health issues, can be linked and traced back to high amounts of belly fat. All right, it's not the only reason people get sick, but it can be a contributing factor. The issue, of course, is belly fat is usually the last to go, and it's the first area to come back, right? If you start overeating. This is why I stress creating a system that you can enjoy day in and day out. You wake up and go, I can totally do this. This is easy. This doesn't feel like torture, or I hate it. Or maybe it's working out in your house because you don't like driving to the gym. Maybe it's eating healthy homemade pizzas and burgers and fish tacos and the stuff that you enjoy, just in a calorie controlled way, so you can get rid of that belly fat that's dangerous to your health. Most people aren't gonna tell you that. They're just gonna tell you, yeah, it's cool to have a six pack, or it's not that big a deal, or whatever. They're not gonna tell you you could be taking years off your life. I leave you with that to empower you to go out there and realize it's not about getting ripped as fast as possible, even though I wanna get you results as quickly as possible. It's about getting you healthy, looking amazing, looking hot, looking like an alpha, looking jacked, ripped, boosting your hormones, but at the same time, adding years to your life. At the end of the day, look, I want all of you to look aesthetic, ripped, full of muscle, all that. But if we're not taking care of our health, we're missing the boat, right? We gotta reassess and make sure we're focused on both. You can have both. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out today's video. Hope it helped. Do me a favor, click the like button, hit that little bell so you get notified every time I release a video specifically helping you get ripped, boost testosterone, and ultimately lose weight so you can improve all parts of your life. I'm Josiah Novak with thetruetransformation.com. I'll talk to you in the next video. And remember, life moves fast. Make it count. See you soon.